Welcome to the Wear, Wag, Repeat podcast. I'm Tori Mystic, here with my dogs Lucy and Bert. Together, we're interviewing cool, creative women entrepreneurs in the pet industry. Do you dream of working alongside your dog? Then sit, stay, and listen to the latest episode to find the inspiration and resources that will help you grow your own dog-inspired business. On this episode, I'm talking to a woman who's been making a difference in pet dental health for about 2 decades. She's educating pet owners and helping them improve their dog's overall health, starting with their mouths. Did you know that about 80% of dogs have some kind of periodontal disease? That's a scary statistic, and the motivation behind this marketer's passion for her products and business. Learn how she uses Amazon, affiliates, influencers, and grassroots marketing to get the word out. Melissa Gulbranson has been a leader in the pet industry for 20 years. As the Vice President of Marketing for Oxyfresh, she utilizes her expertise to educate pet parents on the importance of pet dental care and the role it plays in the overall health and longevity of their pets' lives. Her strategic thinking and vision of what Oxyfresh can bring to the pet space propels it to a new leader in the pet dental and grooming industry, heavily focused on non-toxic ingredients that are safe for all pets and made in the USA. Melissa has been creating a shift in the pet space for the last 2 years. She took Oxyfresh's pet dental water additive to new heights on Amazon, where it's become the #1 bestseller for dog and cat bad breath for the last 6 months, beating out billion-dollar companies. She was also recently named one of Pet Age Women of Influence 2019 winners. She lives in Coeur d'Alene with her husband, Doug, and their fur babies, Maddie and Parker. Hey, Melissa.
Hey, welcome. Thank you for having me.
Welcome to you. I'm so excited to have you here. So tell us a little bit. You've been at Oxyfresh for how long now?
20 years. So I'd like to say that I was born here, so I don't age myself. But I have been with the company for 20 years in July.
Oh, wow. That's very exciting. So I'm sure you've seen a lot of different shifts. Just talking about Amazon and online and everything in the last 20 years, it's been a real change of how people buy and find things to buy.
Oh, absolutely. Huge changes from when I first started. It was a lot of print marketing. Everything was print. And of course, everything's going digital. Social's huge. When I started, I don't even think we had a website. So, things have changed a lot, but I love change. I think it's so exciting to see all the differences that happen. Like affiliate marketing is huge. It's funny how Facebook has kind of been, they're still a marketing company, but it really Instagram for influencers, especially in the pet space, is huge.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit, when you started at Oxyfresh, were you focused on pet products then, or was it more about human products? I know you also do, toothpaste and all sorts of stuff for people.
Yeah, we started off as a people dental company. I like to say that we've been tested on people. So that's where our formulas really started. We started in 1984 with a little tiny creamer cup of alcohol-free mouthwash. So one of the things that was really important to us, we had a lot of dentists on the team, and I said, well, how can we do dental care differently and better? And that is, hey, no dyes. We're not doing dyes. We're not using alcohol. We're going to use only ingredients that matter to a healthier mouth. And so that's how we got started. And then I think about 10 years later, people started saying, our customers, they're loyal and they're huge advocates, and saying, hey, is it cool if I use this in our pet product for our pet? Because my pet has horrible bad breath. And so we said, well, wait a second, not all ingredients are safe for pets. So we just want to make sure. So we spent a couple years developing a pet care line. And so we focus on, of course, dye-free, alcohol-free, flavor-free. We don't use flavor additives. You won't see poultry in our toothpaste, no dyes or anything like that, because this, again, our philosophy is about only using ingredients that matter, and not something that stand out on a shelf.
Yeah, I think that's really interesting. I see so many products that have like you said, bacon flavor or chicken flavor. And when you see something that's listed as something flavor, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's that real thing. It's like a synthetic, usually, some kind of a synthetic chemical flavoring that's been added to it, which is just so interesting. And it's not something that you need to give your dog. So if you can find products without those kind of artificial things, then it's so much better.
So much better. And I think that, we really pioneered that like years ago, but now, I mean, we've seen it with pet food. The industry is changing so much. Pet food, everybody's like, okay, don't want pet food or pet treats from China. I want to make sure that the ingredients, I want to be able to read it. I think Petco just released like, hey, we're not going to use these kind of ingredients, which I love. I love that. But that's pet food. We need to see that in other ingredients that pets consume. There are other pet water additives on the market. Does it have alcohol? Some of them have xylitol.
Wow.
There shouldn't be any xylitol in any pet products at all. That's great for people, bad for pets.
Mm-hmm. Poisonous to pets. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And so you see, or different mint oils, clove oils, teas, I think you have to be careful. And I think that if you don't need it, or like a flavoring, you really shouldn't have it in there. So can it be clear and still sell on a shelf? I think so. I think that now consumers want to know about ingredients, and they're starting to look at, okay, pet food is getting their act together. And you saw a lot, there's so many great pet food brands out there now that really care about ingredients and are doing a phenomenal job. Now you see that shift in what else am I giving my pet? What kind of air cleaners am I using? What kind of pet water additives, pet breath sprays? Dental care in pets is so huge. And I think that the vet and groomers have done a really, really good job about helping to educate pet parents that, hey, dental care is really important, just like it is for humans.
Right. Well, and I think that something I've experienced recently, over the last few years, getting more involved in the pet industry and being more knowledgeable about the things that I'm feeding and giving and putting on my dogs, I'm seeking out more natural products for them for everything. And I'm very attuned to the ingredients that are in everything. But like a crazy dog lady, my dogs come first and I come second. So I was doing all this stuff for them. And then this year I realized, oh, I'm still using shampoo that has all these chemicals in it, or toothpaste. I was using toothpaste that had like all these chemicals in it and stuff. So I've been sort of shifting my products to more natural things as well. And one of the things that I like to say about Wear Wag Repeat is that, I lead a dog-inspired life, and my dogs just inspire me so much. And I never really realized that they're inspiring me to use more natural products so that hopefully our whole home can be safe for more natural products. Because even though I don't use my shampoo or my toothpaste on my dogs, it's still like in our environment, and it still impacts them and it impacts me as well. So I think that's really important. But you talked about a clear product, and this new natural shampoo that I got for myself, it came in an aluminum container, so I couldn't see what it looked like when I got it. And then I got home and it's totally clear. And I was like, I don't think I've ever had a shampoo that was totally clear like that. So it just makes you think how much stuff is in everything else.
Well, I think the ad industry especially is stand out on the shelf, make it a bright color, have a clear bottle and it's bright blue, and and it has, or you start reading, I think that's funny, it's like yellow number 5, red number 4. You see that in so much stuff, and people are just being more educated, especially, the internet's huge. You can get a lot of good information, maybe some bad information too, but people just like to do research now, and they know that what am I bringing into my environment, whether or not it is a deodorizer. We have this amazing pet deodorizer that is, again, it's clear, it's non-toxic. So if your kids sprayed it in their mouth, nothing's going to happen. So it needs to be something that is not just, fur babies are my number one for sure. But people with little kids too, they want to make sure that what am I spraying in the air? Is it just smelling good and covering up? And then realistically, is someone going to get an allergy to it? You just don't know. And so I think that it's really important that, one, companies are transparent and especially in our marketing, any product that you're marketing needs to be transparent about ingredients. Just
Right.
don't use the whole, oh, my prior, these are like ingredients, but I can't tell you what it is, my priority formula. You
Right.
know, people, you got to be transparent. I think that if you stand behind your product, there's no reason to not be transparent, and so I think that that's a really good shift of no dyes and things, and just ingredients that don't matter in a formula. It
Right.
should, it just should do what you say it's going to do.
Right. And I think it's a good idea to shop from companies that brag about their ingredients rather
Mm-hmm.
than trying to hide something. So
Right.
that's
And
something to look at.
totally, and warning labels. So none of our products have warning labels on them, except for our humans. In our human line, we have a fluoride formula, and that of course has to have a warning label. But none of our other products have warning labels. I'm super proud of that, especially in pet.
Yeah.
You don't have to say, "Ooh, for dogs only," or anything like that. So that's just something we're really proud of, and that every product that we're coming out with adheres to those guidelines.
Yeah, that's amazing. So you touched on, being made in the USA or not containing ingredients from China or something like that. Why is it important in the pet industry to have things that are made in the USA?
I think biggest thing is that you can have better control over the ingredients. I
Yeah.
think you develop relationships. You can go and see we have checks all the time where our product development vice president will fly to the location. He'll check the ingredients.
Hmm.
He can do that more easily. We can track where the ingredient has been, which part of the USA it's been, how it's been mixed. We can really take care of quality control a lot better if it's made at home. And we wanted things made at home. We want, we're a US based company. Why would we go outside of the US to make our products? We're partners. We love our community. We love our country. And so might as well have everything made here and control quality for our consumers as well, I think is really, really key.
Yeah, definitely. I love that. So let's talk a little bit because you are a marketing guru, and it's really impressive that you've taken Oxyfresh's pet dental products to #1 on Amazon. So, like, how exactly do you do that? Because Amazon is such an intimidating, like, behemoth,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm sure there's a lot of people listening to this who are considering or have already started their own pet industry business. And if it's product based, Amazon is like where you want to sell stuff. So, like, how did you do that? Was there a strategy? Was it like just luck of the draw, or how did it work out?
Well, I would love to say I had this amazing strategy from day one, but I didn't. I just said, you know what? Hey, I am someone who says if you don't try it, you'll never know. So we just decided, hey, I'm an internet researcher, so I love everything. So I read a bunch of articles, but this is something we were testing. We didn't say, okay, we're going to have the whole company behind this Amazon initiative. We just said, hey, we have a lot of loyal customers that come to us for our website, but what are we missing? Like, I think that there's a chance that we could get our product out to more people with Amazon. I purchase off of Amazon. I also purchase off of, I'm very loyal to certain brands that I purchase off their website. So I see that both are very powerful and meaningful. So I basically just decided to do it. I think that's the very first. Don't get caught up into, oh, what should I do? How should I do this? The very first piece of strategy is to stick it up there, and then start to learn. Check out your competition. Check out. Well, let me back up. First, I think you got to know who you are.
Right.
So because Amazon is a plethora of products. You could be inundated. You don't even know what to choose. And then some people go, okay, bestseller, that's what I'm going to choose. So you got to know who you are, because you have to tell a compelling story on Amazon. That is no different than your website. You just have less space to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to be really concise. But first thing to do is just put it up there. Is get the listing up. Have your friends order, and find out the missing pieces. What did you miss? Did it flow out properly? Amazon customer service is actually really good on chat. Not so much on the phone. It's hard to get somebody, but that's how they built their business but you can easily do it, but know who you are so you can tell that story, and then track. You got to promote Amazon's not going to promote for you. So we did all grassroots. We did not have a marketing budget when we started Amazon. We had zero. But utilizing Amazon's free tools like enhanced brand content, that is a must. That is you have your initial bullets, some pictures, but there's enhanced brand content at the bottom that Amazon lets you do. Take advantage of that because that's where you do your storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
People do scroll and they want to see, oh, how are you different? Obviously problem solution. They want to know that you solve a problem at the top, but they want to know, can I believe in this brand, especially in the pet marketplace?
Mm-hmm.
They want to know, are you non-toxic? They want to see pictures of pets. They want to see how your product works. And then obviously reviews. We did social grassroots. We have a great Facebook following, and we just started promoting, hey, we're available on Amazon. You don't see that on our website. So we really did it through social because we want to make sure that people still felt good about ordering from us on our website, that they could do both. But if you're here, we're not going to send you over here.
Right.
And so grassroots on Facebook, we didn't do any giveaways, which is very unusual. We do them now, but we really didn't do any of that. So once we realized, okay, organic searches, Amazon makes it really easy to put in the organic search terms, but you got to do a little bit of research. You have to look at competitors. You have to look at how you're different. What do you think a consumer is putting into the search? It's usually problem-based. They're not going to put in, Oxyfresh. They don't even know about us yet. They're not going to put in pet water additive. That's a description of what it is. Maybe now, but it's still not it's really their problem. Mm-hmm. Pet bad breath, dog bad breath, cat bad breath. That is what they're going to be putting in. So do you have enough keywords in there for that?
That's such a great tip. I just want to point out to everyone listening to use the problem that people are searching for as your keywords.
Right. That is just huge. You got to put yourself in, like, what are my problems? I'm always thinking like that, okay, I know that sometimes my dog has bad breath. So what would I put in, so you think like that and you can just get started. But the key thing is just to get started. Then, of course, as sales grew, we partnered with a company because I wasn't an Amazon expert. I like to partner with people who are amazing experts at what they're doing. So we partnered with a couple different companies, and now we really manage that wholly on our own. We have one person that just does Amazon for growth, but we did advertise and we spent, I think our advertising budget was really, really tiny to begin with. And then as we learned mistakes that we were making or things didn't convert, we just honed in, added. Same thing with our content. I think our content changed at least 6 times last year.
On your Amazon listing, you mean?
Yes, on the Amazon listing. So you can change it. You don't want to change it every month, but you want to change because Amazon doesn't like that. But change it to see, hey, you know what? We think this keyword is trending. Look what blogs are doing. What are people talking about? Because they're going to start searching Amazon for that solution.
Sorry to interrupt the interview, but I would love to see what you're doing while you catch up with the Wear, Wag, Repeat podcast. Take a screenshot of this episode in your podcast player or snap a selfie with your earbuds in. Bonus points if it's on a dog walk, and share it to your Instagram stories, tagging me at TMystic. I'll keep an eye out for mentions, and I would love to give you a shout out from my own account. Okay, now back to the episode. And so do you work with bloggers and influencers now to promote these products?
We do. And it's funny that they want to promote our website, not so much Amazon, which I found fascinating because I thought for sure they'd want to promote Amazon. We have a few that want to because they're Amazon
affiliates. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But realistically, they usually reach out to us on Instagram. We reach out to bloggers for sure, especially if their writing fits our passion and our ingredient philosophy. So if they're promoting a product that maybe doesn't follow our product's philosophy, we probably won't partner with them because we don't want to partner with, we would love everyone, but we want to partner with people who have like minds and like messages.
Well, it's a lifestyle product. And I think influencers now aren't just promoting like one isolated thing. They're kind of promoting their entire lifestyle. And it just so happens that half of it's monetized and half of it's organic. And so I think like it's really important that if you're going to work with an influencer or a blogger, that if you're really aligned with their entire philosophy.
And you'll speak better with their audience. So
Mhm.
if you are partnered with someone who doesn't have 100% alignment, their audience may not have 100% alignment with you. And
Mhm.
so they're not going to choose you. They're going to choose another brand that they feel maybe is better for them. So we want like-minded people and like-minded storytelling.
Right. So I was wondering, it seems like you have focused so much on the pet dental space, but you also, like we talked about the ear cleaner or shampoo or deodorizer or different things. Was there a reason why the pet dental department has kind of risen to the top and become number one? Maybe the other ones are number one too, and I just don't know it. But is there a reason behind that?
Yeah, so I think the biggest thing is that the awareness of the importance of pet dental has just grown so much in the past 3 years. I have to, my hats are off to vets and groomers. They're the ones that really drove that message better than I did, better than any marketing of any company. They're the ones that really educated people as they visited their offices on the importance of taking care of your pet's teeth and gums. So I think that they really started this awareness. They've done such a good job around it. And now we're piggybacking on that, making sure that our blogs are up to date on the latest and greatest on pet dental care. And we know that their teeth, just like in humans, our dental health is linked to our heart health. It's
Exactly.
no different for pets. And, they're small little guys. Some of them are bigger guys, but still they're not human sized most of the time. Sometimes I swear there are. But, so what they consume, what they put on their body, the teeth, everything like that, it impacts them faster. And it's such a scary stat. And it's just something that drives me to make a change is I think it's 70% of cats have some sort of periodontal disease and 80% of dogs. That's just no good.
Wow.
That's for being in the pet industry. We have to be a stand that is not okay. And so that's where we're really passionate about dental care is right now that will make a huge difference in every single life of every single pet.
Yeah, that's amazing. So I don't mean to direct attention away from that, but we,
You're
we only have limited time.
right.
But that is very important. And I think that, I believe February is Pet Dental Health Awareness Month. And so I think that month has done a really great job, at least from what I've seen, to raise awareness about this. But as a blogger, I definitely would love to commit to sharing these kind of statistics throughout the entire year because 80% is just crazy.
Right. It's
Yeah.
just crazy. We just, I love February. I love because it's
Mhm.
for like right now, it's huge. And a lot of other companies are doing a really good job too about that awareness, but all year long, we do different fun things around Christmas, around any holiday, anything that, spring cleaning is like, okay, spring cleaning. Yeah, we have deodorant and we have this amazing pet ear cleaner and again, not dye free, all that good stuff. But then you also can say, and hey, throw out your human toothbrush for a new one. And what are you doing for your pet?
Right.
So you're just always tying things together.
Right. Yeah. So one of the things that really caught my eye when I was stalking you online before I interviewed you was that you were one of the Pet Age Women of Influence winners for 2019. And so, that's kind of really cool. Pet Age is really well known. What does that kind of recognition mean for you?
Well, great question. And I wish that I had a better answer for this. It's so hard to talk about yourself. One,
I know it's easy. You've been talking about Oxyfresh this whole time, but I'm going to make you talk about yourself.
I was just honored. I think there were 30 women, and to be in this year, to be among them is just flattering and humbling. And, pets are definitely a high passion of mine. I mean, I love my fur babies. I'm like you, they come first. My husband comes second, then maybe me. But I think that to be among that amazing group of women is just awesome. And I love to see that women are being recognized in the pet marketplace. I think we make a huge difference, and for Pet Age to recognize what is happening with women in the pet industry is just incredible. So I'm very thankful to be part of this incredible group of women. And it just, helps drive me to just even do better and better, to be recognized. I think we all kind of feel that way of how I'm just going to even be better next year, because to be recognized for our efforts is just amazing.
Yeah. And also, like there's a little bit of spotlight on you. So it gives you an excuse or like a purpose to kind of try a little bit harder and make things a little bit bigger.
Exactly. It definitely gives us a platform, a bigger platform than we had. And, to capitalize on that, not only for the brand, or me, myself, it's really about, what can we do? Maybe we can make a difference in the pet industry. And there's just so much that's still yet to be done, of course, and fun stuff. I don't, it's not all about dire, but, and there's some fun, creative stuff that's happening in the pet market that I am loving being a part of.
Like what?
Oh, well, so what's happened in the pet market from a marketing standpoint is so exciting for me. I think that so many brands I'm going to say other brands too, because I love them. Scouts, I mean, they are killing it with the branding. Love them. And I just love seeing that the marketing has started a shift. You've seen it with pet food. I love some of the packaging that's happening with eco-friendly, just loving seeing that. But we're pet industry, we're going to have a little fun, and we're bringing a little design to the marketplace. I think it's becoming a little bit more modernized. I think that you can have a little bit of fun with the pet market. So we use a lot of puns. We are true to who we are. We're a fun group of people. We're a little ridiculous. And so in our marketing, we're getting to see that. And I'm loving that other brands are starting to do that, is going, you know what? I'm not going to do a Me Too looking product. I'm going to focus on who we are. What do I like to do? We love to have fun. So fun is a huge key component to who we are. And so you see that in our packaging and all of our marketing. We have funny ads, but it's true to who we are. And so I want people to say, oh, that is Oxyfresh when they look at something, and it made them smile, it made them laugh, and then it made them do something for their pets. So I see other brands doing that as well. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. But there's some really cool marketing things happening in pet. And I just love it.
Yeah, it's so exciting. And I think pets are all about fun and joy and playfulness. So it makes sense to incorporate that into your brand. So
absolutely.
Speaking of our pets and fun, tell us about your fur babies. What kind of dogs are Maddie and Parker?
Yeah, so Addie is a 14-year-old Labradoodle. She is just the sweetest dog in the world. She used to be a little monster, but now she's just the sweetest dog in the world. Her brother, was my first dog ever. And I didn't have a pet growing up, I feel like I missed out, but he was my first love. My poor husband, but he was my first love. I just fell in love with him. That's when I just really, really, truly fell in love with cats, dogs, just pretty much any pet. I just was hooked from the minute I saw him. And so Maddie, she's just a love too. And then Parker's our newest addition to our family. He's 2. He is a wired-haired Griffon. He is all antics. That I just adore him to death. When he comes to the office we utilize him for photo shoots and all this stuff. So same with Maddie, but Parker's just one of those, he's just a character. He definitely has a mind of his own. He loves the outdoors. So does Maddie. What is awesome about Coeur d'Alene, as I'm looking at my window, is a blizzard out there right now, which is unusual. But Coeur d'Alene, we're mountains, lots of trees, huge lakes. And so they're outside dogs. They love to be outside. They love to roam. They love to go and chase deer, whatever they can do. So we're really outdoorsy. And I just love them to pieces. They're the things for me with our pet line. And I incorporate Parker's antics in our marketing. You just get inspired by them. And so they inspire me to do better and to have more fun. Parker's he's just a jokester.
Yeah, they sound awesome and they sound super fun. When I got my dog Lucy, I had a 9-year-old lab named Lola. So they were 7 years apart. So like kind of similar to the age difference in your dogs. And it's kind of fun to have a senior and a puppy and like see how they interact with each other.
It is hilarious. She definitely has her boundaries, but it probably similar to you is that I feel like though she's gotten a lot of some of her youth back, and you're just like, wow, you just needed this,
Yeah.
Her brother, but still, it's just the age difference is fun.
It is fun. So before we go, I've been asking everyone what their favorite like tools or apps or resources or books or what have you is for helping them, sort of make it work in the pet industry. So do you have like a couple favorites that you go to every day or every week or something like that?
Absolutely. So Seth Godin, I just adore him. I think that he speaks to any generation as far as marketing goes. So I follow I get a daily message from him on his just short little read blogs, but I love them. They open eyes, especially around marketing. I think that we can apply that to the pet industry. It's not just other industries, especially tech. You can apply it anywhere. And so I think he's just phenomenal. Of course, his books, just because he's very good at storytelling. And then the other thing is for platforms, Shopify. I love Shopify. We use Shopify. It is a super simple, no matter if you're just starting out as a business or further on like we are, they have the tools for you and so many awesome plugins. For affiliates, this is my favorite plugin is Reversion. I love them. They make it so simple to start an affiliate program that I could do it. I didn't need my accounting team. I didn't need my IT team. I literally was like, hey, this is cool. I'm going to sign up for it. And now it's just going off by itself. And so that's phenomenal.
I have to check that out.
Probably my two, those are my favorite. And then of course I just plug into the pet industry. I mean, there's so many great blogs out there. You're doing a phenomenal job of interviewing fantastic people in the pet industry. I don't think there's anything like this out there that you could hear from, especially women who are making a huge difference in the pet industry. I mean, I can't remember the company name, but I just listened to the one with crickets, and I was fascinated. I mean, that's a brilliant idea.
Jiminy's crickets.
Yes, Jiminy's crickets. It's a fascinating, that's just a brilliant idea. And I think that plugging in, finding bloggers, finding people like you who are highlighting the pet industry and interviewing the people that are making a difference in the pet industry is huge. I learn from others. I don't have all the answers. And so I just put my little spin on them.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. And thank you for admiring what I'm doing. It really means a lot to me.
Oh, it's just awesome. So people need to plug in.
Thank you. Well, Melissa, thanks so much for being on the show. Tell everyone where they can find Oxyfresh online.
Oh, sure. So oxyfresh.com is our corporate website. And then Oxyfresh Pets is our Instagram and Facebook. And then to follow me, if you are interested at all, I post a bunch of interesting things about pets, but is LinkedIn. It's just Melissa Gulbranson.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you for your time. This is awesome.
Thank you for listening to the Wear, Wag, Repeat podcast. You can fetch show notes at wearwagrepeat.com. If you like what you hear, please hit subscribe so you don't miss an episode. And until next time, we'll see you around the dog park.